let's hear everybody. And like every meeting, we start with the prayer and the pledge. And tonight I'm going to call on Commissioner Craig McDaniel.
Thank you. And if you will, join me, if you don't mind, and stand. Our mayor is bribing us. She brought us all a box of Valentine candy. And I eat mine downstairs. If you will, bow your head with me. Heavenly Father, we thank you that you have blessed us so much to live in this wonderful city. We thank you for everyone who contributes in public service and public safety in all walks of life to create the quality of life. We pray that we never take it for granted. We pray that we always give you thanks. Please help us keep it in our mind that every decision that we make as city commissioners not only affects those people that we deal with today, but those young people that are sitting in a classroom somewhere that doesn't care anything about city commission or government, but at some point in time, the decisions that we make will impact their life. Please let us always keep it about the citizens, and we pray that everything that we do finds favor with you. We pray that you continue to guide us and bless this community. Bless our nation, Lord, and those men and women who serve in the military and the armed forces. God, please protect our borders. Give us wisdom in our judgments and everything that we do. In your name we ask. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner McDaniel. Now, if you would, Mr. Clerk, call the roll.
Yes, ma'am. Mayor Stevenson.
Here.
Commissioner Cochran.
Here.
Bojo.
Here.
Beeman.
Here.
Dawes.
Here.
Quick.
Here.
Askew.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
McDaniel.
here.
Thank you. We've all had a chance to review the minutes of our last meeting. If there were no additions or corrections, they will stand approved as common consent. Okay. Tonight we have, 5 proclamations. And what I'll do is I'll call out who's going to read them, and you just go. I won't go through them today. Our first one will be Arbor Day. That's Commissioner Dawes. Our second one, Georgia Day, Commissioner Quick. Third one, Optimus Day, Commissioner Bojo. 14, Dating Violence Awareness Month, Commissioner Beeman. And Black History Month, Commissioner Collins. In that order, please.
Is there anyone present to receive the Arbor Day proclamation? Please come forward. Hannah, this is Hannah. Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for planting trees, and whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. The mouthful, isn't it? Whereas trees are a renewable source of giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business area, beautify our communities, whereas trees, wherever they're planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, Hannah, if you didn't know it, I'm a self-professed tree expert.
Don't.
Here it comes.
Don't do it.
So, you know, trees communicate with each other. You knew that, didn't you? You know how? Morse code. And trees are also very friendly. And you know how they make friends. They branch out. Now, therefore, on behalf of Floyd County Board of Commissioners and the City Commission, we do hereby proclaim Friday, February 18, 2022 as Arbor Day. This proclamation is signed by our Mayor, Sunday Stevenson, and Chair of the Floyd County Board, Wright Bagby. Thank you. Would you like to say something?
Yes, so Thursday we will actually be observing downtown for our Arbor Day behind the Synovus Bank. So it's possibly going to rain. So everybody's invited. Thankfully, we have had a few canopies donated by our Public Works Director. So it might be a little bit wet, but we definitely want to celebrate Arbor Day nonetheless. So everybody down here, Thursday the 17th at 1 o'clock behind Synovus Bank. We'd love to have you. Thank you.
Is there anyone here to receive the proclamation for Georgia Day? All right. Stand right here. Whereas Georgia Day is the holiday in which the state of Georgia recognizes in honor of its colonial founding as the province of Georgia. And whereas the state of Georgia was founded by General James Edward Oglethorpe, who received a royal charter for establishing a colony in honor of King George II, and led 116 people from England on the HMS Anne, landing near what was to become Georgia's first city, and later the capital, Savannah, on February 12, 1773. And whereas George Walton, Button Gwinnett, and Lyman Hall each signed the Declaration of Independence on behalf of Georgia, which later became the fourth state to ratify the United States Constitution on January 2nd, 1788. And whereas since founding 287 years ago, Georgia has grown to over 9 million people and has progressed from a rural state to a commercial, financial, and cultural center for the Southeast and nation. And whereas all Georgians are invited to rediscover our natural, cultural, and historic wonders and sites, and to encourage people throughout the nation and the world to recognize the people, institutions, and historic events that have shaped Georgia's significant place in the country's history and global commerce. A lot of words. Whereas, although not a public holiday, it was created by Georgia's General Assembly, which provided that February 12th, the anniversary of the landing of the first colonist in Georgia under Oglethorpe, be observed in the public schools as Georgia Day. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Rome City Commission, along with the Floyd County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim Saturday, February 12, 2022, Georgia Day in Rome and Floyd County, and urge the citizens of Rome to join us in this special observation with appropriate events and commemorations to celebrate our very proud and rich heritage. Signed by our Mayor, Sunday Stevenson, and Chairman of the Floyd County Board of Commissioners, Wright Bagby.
If you would just give us your name and address, please, ma'am.
Yes, my name is Linda Easterwood, and I'm the regent of Xavier Chapter, DAR here in Rome, and we're 131 years in continuous meeting. And it's a pleasure to accept this proclamation on behalf of Georgia Day and the continuing teaching of the history of Georgia to our students in our elementary schools. To me, personally, Georgia Day has quite a long-term lineage through my husband. He was documented all the way to one of the first original boats that came to Savannah. So this is quite a day to be celebrated within our family, our chapter, and our community. Thank you.
I promise I won't tell any jokes. They know me. Optimist Club. Who is here to represent the Optimist Club? Oh, Lord.
18.
I used to be a member of this club.
Let me set the stage too.
Yeah, there you go. Here's another member. I'm not going to tell any jokes, but I am going to give a shameless plug. If you've heard of the pancake breakfast, here you go. The Saturday before Thanksgiving every year at the Civic Center. Goes for a good cause. Okay, you ready? All right. This is a proclamation from the City of Rome, whereas volunteers working with young people who are our joy of today and our hope for tomorrow are exuberant representatives of the potential to be reached and dreams to come true. They are also abounded in their enthusiasm to use their own talents, skills, and hard work to make a difference in other lives. And whereas members of Optimist International will celebrate Optimist Day throughout the world the first Thursday of every February to promote their efforts in helping recognizing young people that make a difference in their communities and who will encourage a greater exchange of ideas between young people and adults. And whereas there are 2,400 Optimist clubs with more than 70,000 members, and Optimist International and Optimist members throughout the world that carry out more than 6,500 service projects that serve 6 million young people a year. Therefore, be it resolved that the Rome City Commission does issue this proclamation declaring the first Thursday of every February as Optimist Day in the City of Rome. May this day instill pride in our city's optimists for all of their accomplishments and for the impact they have to truly make a difference in others' lives. This proclamation, signed by our mayor, Sunday Stevenson.
Come on around, Bill. My camera's not that wide of an angle. All right, I'll take a couple. Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So I just want to say thank you so much for presenting us this. And, you know, we're all about the youth in our community. And, you know, we raise over $40,000 with our pancake breakfast. And we turn it around and give it to organizations in the community that know what to do with that money better than we do. So we hand it down to all kinds of different organizations like the Open Door and Harbor House and people that directly have the kids in their care and in their view. And we do a great job with doing that. Today, we just had a meeting. We meet every Monday, and we gave away $10,000 to 20 different organizations. So we do what we say we're going to do, and it's an honor to be a member of this club. And Sean Moriarty is our president. He's been on board for, just a few months, and he's done an excellent job. And Sean, do you want to say a few words?
Just want to say, sorry, I was a little bit late. Sorry, I ran a little bit late coming in here, but I just want to say thank you to the commission. You know, we really try to help out the youth in the community, and Rome and Floyd County, we looking forward to every Thursday, third Thursday in February for Optimist Day. But I just want to say thank you. It's a huge honor.
Thank you.
So this proclamation is for the Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month. Whereas teen dating violence is an epidemic that greatly affects young people and creates substantial and long-lasting impacts both physically and psychologically. And whereas women between the ages of 16 and 24 experience the highest per capita rate of intimate partner violence, and around 9% of female teens and 7% of male teens in the United States experience physical dating violence within the last year. And whereas around 26% of women and 15% of men in the United States were a victim of physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner before the age of 18, a figure that exceeds victimization rates for other types of violence affecting youth. And whereas violent relationships in adolescence can have serious ramifications by putting the victims at higher risk for substance abuse, eating disorders, risky sexual behavior, and further domestic violence. And whereas violent behavior typically begins between the ages of 12 and 20, and nearly half of teens who experience dating violence report that incident of abuse took place in a school building or on school grounds. And whereas only 33% of teens who are in an abusive relationship ever tell anyone about the abuse, and 81% of the parents surveyed either believe teen dating violence is not an issue or admit that they do not know if it is one. And whereas by providing young people with education about healthy relationships, relationship skills, and by changing attitudes that foster violence, we recognize that dating violence can be prevented. And whereas it is essential to raise community awareness and to provide training for teachers, counselors, school staff, and caregivers so that they may recognize when youth are exhibiting signs of dating violence. And whereas the establishment of Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month will benefit young people, their families, schools, and communities, regardless of social economic status, gender, sexual orientation, or ethnicity. And whereas everyone has the right to a safe and healthy relationship and to be free from abuse and throughout education and prevention, we are affecting long-lasting change that will improve the overall health and safety of our community, both in the present and in the future. Now, therefore, the Rome City Commission does hereby proclaim February 2022 Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month.
And give us your name, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So my name is Kimberly King. I'm the Executive Director with the Sexual Assault Center of Northwest Georgia. And I just want to thank you all so much for everything that you do for our community and for helping to raise awareness for this very important issue. In our community, it just means everything to us that you guys support our efforts and our initiatives. This year, so far, we've taught over 2,100 8th and 9th grade students in Rome and Floyd County. And our goal is to reach every single student during their most formative years, which are oftentimes some of their most vulnerable years as well. To have open conversations, teaching curriculum geared towards increasing safety in their lives, as well as talking about what's healthy and identifying what's harmful and even abusive. As an organization, our hope is to prevent and even end violence in our community by educating others about safe and healthy choices in relationships, preventing and stopping misguided, harmful behaviors in teen dating relationships is critical to preventing abuse in the future, and furthermore is essential to helping our youth to reach their full potential as adults and citizens, future citizens of Rome and Floyd County, the ones that will be leading these meetings one day, right? So anyway, on behalf of the Sexual Assault Center, thank you so much for your support. I'd also like to hand over the mic to our counterparts with the Hospitality House.
My name is Claudia Navichoke, and I am the outreach coordinator from Hospitality House. And this is the first year we work together, so we're very, very excited to join forces against teen dating, because the statistics, as we heard, are not the best, and we are in the mission to change all of that. So thank you so much for this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Anyone here to accept Black History Month? Well, with that being said, I'm gonna call up a few people. How about, Chief, would you come forward, please? And how about Madam Mayor, would you come forward, please? And how about Commissioner Eskew, would you come forward, please? And would you come forward, please, Ms. Beeman, as well? And Mr. Artagas. Before I read this proclamation, I will tell you I am one of the senior commissioners on this commission, have been around here for more than 25 years. I think it's around 27. Along with myself and Jamie Doss are the oldest, well, I wouldn't say the oldest, but we are the ones who've been around here the longest.
Watch it.
And this proclamation has a great deal to do with not only the fact that you see the examples of dedicated, hard work, a lot of debating, et cetera, we would not have ever dreamed when I come on this commission that I ever be standing here beside an African-American chief of police. I secondly definitely would never dream that I'd be standing here witnessing the first female African-American mayor. The gentleman to my right, Mr. Eskew, of course, was on this commission before I was, and decided he had not had enough, and he decided to come back around again and got ready. And of course, Frankie Mead on my left, this commissioner decided that she had done a great deal of work with our Rome City School Board, which was great work that she done, and decided she would put her hat in the ring for this last election, and was congratulated with a win, Ms. Beeman. And of course, Mr. Artagas. It was very rewarding and gratifying to see that a manager like Mr. Rich would reach out and have such a talent come to this city and fulfill the obligation and the job that you're doing a great job. It could not be without the full commission that's behind me that you see and their support. That such diversity takes place along with the citizens like yourself and all that you do to support these guys and to vote for them. But I got to give my sure enough props to Mr. Manager. Would you stand, please? It takes dedicated, hard work and understanding to know the importance of diversity and the talent and put these key pieces into place. And we appreciate you. Let's give him a hand. Madam Mayor, I know you're saying enough. Let me read this proclamation. The City of Rome, Georgia, proclamation. Whereas African Americans have played central roles in some of the most trumpet and courageous moments in the history of our nation. And during this month of February, we recognize, celebrate, and honor their achievements. And whereas, for generations, African Americans have strengthened our society by urging and reforming, overcoming obstacles, and breaking down barriers, reflecting a proud legacy of courage, and dedication. And whereas we remember and we also honor the contributions of the everyday African Americans heroes to the success and prosperity of our city, state, and nation. And whereas by promoting diversity, understanding the opportunities, we will strengthen our city and continue our efforts to build a society where every person of every race can realize the promise of America. Now, therefore, I, Sonny Stevenson, Mayor, on the behalf of the Rome City Commission, would like to hereby proclaim that the month of February 2022 is Black History Month. And I call upon all citizens of Rome to observe this month with appropriate programs and activities that highlight the honor that may contribute to the African Americans have made our city, our state, and our nation, giving my hand and seal the 14th day of February in the year of our Lord 2022. Congratulations.
Come in a little.
I know Miss Madam Mayor.
Come in a little. Come in, Art. Atlanta, come on. There we go. You like each other. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I know Ms. Beaman want to make an announcement about Black History.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Collins, for that proclamation. Again, thank our city manager, Sammy Rich, for all that he does. I mean, this is just a testament to what the city of Rome is like, and then to our citizens, because it's you go to the polls and you vote, and you are the reason that we're up here, and we want to say thank you to you. And it's not only that, it's, recognizing Black history, because, for so long, Black people were left out. But we are a part of history. Black history is every day of the week. Although we only celebrate it in February, but it's Black history every day of the week. Thank you.
Just on a quick note, I won't keep you longer. I want to tell you how exciting we are. On February the 28th, we will be honoring our Black History Trailblazers. We're going to honor in 3 categories: education, small business, and athletics. So we just came out of the Super Bowl, so be wary, be wise, and be excited about. We may have visitors here from Rome that ties to Rome from the Super Bowl, okay? We may have visitors tied to Rome since we won the Georgia championship. We're going to have business. We're going to have small businesses here that who are trailblazers that we will highlight, who have given back to this community unselfishly. And then on the educational level, let's think about all those educators who have been in there serving our kids in the school systems to put them in the positions of future commissioners to run our city. So I'm excited. I will look forward to seeing y'all on February the 28th. Thank you.
Thank all the commissioners for the proclamations that they read tonight. And let me say this, if anyone was here just for the proclamation and you want to leave at this time, you can quickly before we move on. But you're welcome to stay. Thank you all. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Just let one slip. I did. Thank you. All right. Good night. Okay, we have one registered guest tonight, and that's Mr. Sam Evans. And Mr. Evans, if you would go to the podium, give us your name and address, and you have up to 10 minutes to address us tonight. Up to 10 minutes. Up to 10 minutes. I didn't say you had to take it off, but up to 10.
Do I get 10 minutes for everybody that I talk to?
10 minutes for you. Okay.
My name is Sam Evans. I live at 3 Indian Trace Drive in North Point subdivision. I happen to serve as the chair of the HMO at North Point. Mayor Stevenson, commissioners, Sammy, Joe, first of all, and the first thing I want to say is, again, I thank you all for what y'all do for the city of Rome. And I mean that. I've had an opportunity, and I'm stretching it just a minute, but Bill and I were on a committee together long when he first started this. We were on the planning commission together, if I'm not badly mistaken, and went to some training in Columbus, Georgia. And it must have done more for him because he still continues to be in this business. But I decided to get out of the wonderful area of politics. But again, I do thank all of you for what you have done over the years, the new ones, new people, and the ones that have been here for a long time. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak a few minutes about some concerns that we as residents of North Point, we have concerns about some issues. Now, most of you, and I'm sure all of you, have already looked at some of the paperwork that I gave you and left in, or had Mr. Smith leave in your box over the weekend. But I want to touch on quickly on about 5 issues. The first one is going to be traffic. Second one is going to be retention pond. The third is going to be curb and gutter. The fourth is going to be infrastructure, which would be also tying into infrastructure the front entrance and the back entrance are the 5 topics I've got. And I only have 45 minutes on each one of those topics. But I'm going to cut them down quite a bit. We're going to start with traffic. We have 41 houses in North Point. Most of them, we have 2 people that drive vehicles, and most people have 2 cars in their driveway or garage. We have a few that are single people living out there, but we have a good many vehicles that are already traveling the streets of North Point area and the North Broad extension. We will soon have an additional 65 houses that belong to the Crestwood, which you all know about. Well, just assuming, well, don't even do 65 times 2. Let's just do 65 houses plus the 41 houses. That means we got over 100 houses that definitely are going to have at least 1 car or 2 that will be traveling, could be traveling every day and could be traveling in and out. If they follow me, I'm in and out more than like 4 times a day usually with my vehicle. So there is an awful lot of traffic that's going to be generated, not even to count the fact of the traffic from the postal people, the delivery people, the people that are cutting grass. It's going to be an unbearable situation as far as the amount of traffic that's going to be generated in that particular area. We do not feel that the roads are up to standards, especially North Broad extension. Now, we're not complaining about the roads in our particular subdivision, and certainly on the North Broad extension from Crestwood's entrance east, they put curbs in and they've widened. It's going to be a nice little road. The west direction is the one that we're concerned about. Like I said, in most cases, new subdivisions or subdivisions will normally be anywhere from 24 to 30 feet in width from curb to curb, and we have none out there that meet those qualifications. So that's enough about traffic. We're going to have a lot of traffic in that neighborhood, and the roads are not adequate.
Number 2, retention pond. We've got one member that's already threatening to set up a Kool-Aid stand during the summer and sell tickets for swimming because that pool continues to stay with water in it. Now, I don't know all the facts about retention ponds, but what I understand, in most cases, they're supposed to drain pretty much freely after a large rain, and usually they will go dry for a period of time. Like I said, I'm not an engineer, so I don't really know that I'm saying anything that's correct. All I know is the minute you come into North Point subdivision, the Crestwood area, first thing you see is a retention pond. Right now, you can go out there and see garbage in it. Excuse me, that's not an accurate statement. You can see debris in the pond that has blown from the construction site over into the water. I didn't mean to use the word garbage. There's no garbage in it. But again, we're concerned. House number 1, house number 3, and house number 5 on North Point Drive has to go out there back. If they want to go out their back door to look at what's going on, they get to witness that retention pond. Now, I have always understood that a retention pond is supposed to have a fence around it, number 1, for safety, to prevent anybody from being in it that shouldn't be in it. Also, it should have shrubbery around the fenced area to pretty much hide the fence. Now, I don't know that I'm 100% right on that, but I sort of think I'm pretty doggone close. So, again, you come into our neighborhoods, the first thing we're going to see is a retention pond. And it's an eyesore. That's all it is. It's an eyesore. And hopefully that can be corrected. Again, I'm going to say something here that I might not be right. But I remember being on the Planning Commission years ago, I think I remember this, that when a subdivision was developed, in most cases curb and gutter and sidewalk was even added to the subdivision. Now, somewhere along the way, sidewalks got taken out of it as a mandatory thing, but again, curb and gutter was recommended for all subdivisions. And it appears to me that the only curb that's going to be with this project is going to be the project that goes, the part of the street that goes eastward. The westward area, again, back up North Broad Extension, is nothing, and it will not be curb and gutter. Now, we would like to see it curb and gutter. Talking about infrastructure, again, not an engineer, so I don't know how all of this new building is going to be affecting our water pressure in North Point. It might not do a thing to it, but there again, with you putting 65 houses and using the same infrastructure that we had for the 41 houses, it makes us a little bit concerned if we're going to have the right water pressure when we're using our water in our own neighborhood. So again, maybe y'all thought about all of this. The city and water department with Rome is certainly a top notch. They probably have thought about it, but I also include in the word infrastructure, I include roadways. And again, I include roads as part of an infrastructure. And again, the roads right now are not adequate. In most cases, when a subdivision was going to be developed, in the early planning stages, they ought to also plan for the roads and the bridges. Now, some of you are probably saying, bridges? Well, there's no bridges, I realize that, but I just thought that sounded good, roads and bridges, because they do talk about that when they talk about infrastructure sometimes. So again, that's just another thing we're all concerned about. And the fifth thing, the back entrance. I have to be thankful for Kirk Milam. I approached Kirk Milam when he was in his position with the city, and questioned him why in the world do we as residents have to go out and put gravel on a back entrance that is used by the U.S. Postal Service, is used by the Water Department, is used by the garbage collection. And Kirk said, who's been doing that? And I said, well, we got a couple of people who have done it over the years, Kirk. And he said, you know, I've got a contact with GDOT. I'm going to see if we can't get something done to that back entrance. And I have to be thankful to GDOT on that one. They did that on their own. They, after many conversations with the director of GDOT, they came in and made our back entrance a very nice back entrance, which is being abused right now by all the trucks that are coming and going out the back entrance because they forget to use the pavement to make their turn. They want to make it on the grass where they can make that sharp turn, turning right back towards town. Again, we're concerned that the back entrance won't last for long after we get through.
Mr. Evans?
I am close to it.
Your time is up.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I'm going to mention two things right quick as I walk away from the dead.
Okay.
I would like for y'all to give back to us two things, and I know you can't do it, but here's what I'd like. I'd love to have our neighborhood back like it used to be. I'd love to have, and since we're talking Arbor Day, I'd love to have all the trees that used to be in that place. Thank you very much. Y'all have been great. We look forward to seeing that y'all are going to do what's right and fix our streets. Thank you. We did bring a little delegation from North Point that are all concerned.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. If you all would like to stay, and we'd love to have you, if you all would like to stay for the remainder of our meeting, you're welcome to. If not, we'll give you about 30 seconds, and you can leave and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Remember, some of us don't move too fast.
Okay, I said 30 seconds. Be able to sit. You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm good, sir.
Seen that a long time.
Good job. Tell boss,
But it takes us old time.
Mayor, thanks to the mayor. Oh, yeah, me too. No, you might stand in the office, though. You don't get the clocks back.
Okay, we'll continue on with, on our agenda. Next, we have a resolution. We got to approve resolution authorizing the consolidation of Cave Spring Housing Authority with Northwest Georgia Housing Authority. And I'm going to call on Mayor Pro Tem Cochran.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This resolution is to approve the consolidation of Cave Spring Housing Authority with the Northwest Georgia Housing Authority. And I also believe there is a slight name change. Is that it's in there? So I believe all the commissioners have had a moment to peruse through that resolution. And so that being the case, I would like to go ahead and make that motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second?
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Do we have a discussion?
Yes, just I want to make sure that the newly elected commissioner has been made aware of whether or not she can or cannot vote on this Mr. Attorney. She's what? Thank you so much.
Okay, do I have any other questions? If not, Mr. Clerk, if you would.
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Cochran?
Yes.
Bojo?
Yes.
Beeman? Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Askew?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes?
McDaniel?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Okay, on first reading, we have request to rezone from community commercial to multifamily. I'm going to call on Commissioner Quick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is a request to rezone from community commercial to multi-family residential for the property that is located at 7070 2nd Avenue, Floyd County, tax parcel J14F175. And this comes with the Planning Commission recommended of approval 6-1. And Artegas, do you have any additional information you'd like to add on this?
This is a.
I think I'm coming to the lectern to say, no, sir.
This is the first reading. This is the first reading, okay. Okay, Joe, okay, we're good to go, all right. Now we have the second reading, the alcohol ordinance amendment, wine pouring consumption.
Okay. Well, the ordinance before you tonight is an amendment to our alcohol ordinance and concerning wine pouring and consumption. And if adopted, it would amend the hours in which wine can be poured and consumed. Currently, wine is linked more to our liquor regulations, meaning it cannot be poured before 10 a.m. And if amended, it could be poured as early as 6 a.m., as beer is. And that's Monday through Saturday. The Sunday hours of 11 a.m. will not be changed, nor will the end hours, the hours in which wine has to stop being poured or consumed.
Okay.
And this comes with a recommendation from the Alcohol Control Commission.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Second, do I have any discussion? If not, Mr. Clerk, if you would call the roll.
Commissioner Cochran?
Yes.
Bojo?
No.
Beeman?
Yes.
Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Askew?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
McDaniel?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That motion carries. Nothing continued on first reading. Last week we had, I think, a public hearing and it was tabled. So I would need a motion to take it off the table.
Madam Mayor, I will make a motion to take this off of table and bring it back before the commission for a vote.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. A discussion. Mr. Clark, if you would, please.
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Cochran?
Yes.
Bojo?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Askew?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
McDaniel?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, table. Now I would entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion that we approve the ULDC text amendment allowing townhomes and tri-duplexes along major streets with restrictions. This comes as a Planning Commission recommended of approval, 7-0. It was tabled. We've taken it off the table. I make a motion that we approve this tonight.
A second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? If not, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Cochran?
Yes.
Bojo?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Doss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Askew?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
McDaniel?
Yes.
That's been approved. Thank you. Mr. Clerk,
No report.
Mr. Manager,
I have no report, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
thank you. City Attorney?
No report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Under my time, I just want to announce that the annual strategic planning session with the Rome Floyd County Development Authority, the Development Authority of Floyd County, and the Floyd County members of the Gordon Floyd Joint Development Authority will be held on Friday, February the 18th, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Mayor's Building Center. And myself and the city manager will be attending that all-day training. Okay, that's all I have. Commissioner Cochran?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The only report I really have is from the meeting we had in Public Works with Commissioners Bojo and Askew. And we found out that we've had a couple of people ask about the striping on Riverside Parkway in particular. It's difficult to see, especially at night and when it's raining. And that road will be repaved sometime before the end of the year and receive new striping. So just wanted to give that update.
Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Bojo.
Yes, we are going to have a redevelopment meeting, call meeting tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 in the Sam King Room. Everyone is invited to attend. And Water and Sewer Committee, which we heard about earlier today, we will have another water sewer meeting on March the 3rd at 9 a.m. in the Sam King Room, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Beaman.
The Alcohol Control Commission will meet Monday, February the 21st at 5:00 p.m. in the commission chambers. Can I keep going?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Historic Preservation Committee will meet Wednesday, February the 16th at 2:30 p.m. in the Sam King Room. And Keep Rome Beautiful Commission, there will be an Arbor Day celebration on Thursday, February the 17th at 1:00 p.m. on West 1st Street behind Synovus Bank. And the Library Board will meet Thursday, February the 17th at 4:00 p.m. at the Sarah Hightower Regional Library.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Commissioner Dowd.
Thank you, Mayor. Landmarking Committee will meet Tuesday, that's tomorrow, February 15th at 1 p.m. in the Carnegie Training Room. And I want to thank and hope I can keep the momentum created by Commissioner Bojo last year. And then Tourism will meet Wednesday, February 23rd, that's next Wednesday, at 11:45 p.m. at the Rome Area History Center. And that is my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Quick.
I have no report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Askew.
No report.
Thank you. Commissioner Collins.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just to report that we did have a Community Development Committee meeting. We had some very lively discussion. Some highlights that came out of that, the Rebecca Blaylock Center out there on Graham Street in West Rome, a place where I attended elementary school at. They still had some of the small bathroom urinals as well as commodes and stuff from back 50 years ago. And they are getting a $125,000 shot in the arm with the CDBG money to remodel that fine establishment that has everything to do with helping low-income families have a place to educate their kids and et cetera, et cetera. Also, we heard from our director about plans for a 30% increase in the CDBG money is coming from the feds. And those plans right now are to, if you can envision a splash pad off of East 12th Street that could be utilized by a multitude of families. That corridor runs from East Rome to down Maple to Lindale, et cetera. And hopeful if we can get everything in place, we're going to be also discussing this at our retreat, how that might be maintained as we go forward. Also, I can tell you that our Director of Downtown Development and the 110 location abroad is under renovation. And we had some great talk about the incubator system that'll be put in place to help businesses or help people that want to create a business or small businesses that already been created to come out of their kitchens and living rooms and come down and take advantage of what the city has created with the opportunity to learn more about doing business in a proper manner, getting business license, paying your fair share of taxes, also learning the do's and the don'ts about the incubator system and how that might work. While we was having that meeting, I called on my counterpart here, Commissioner Craig McDaniel, because I know Dr. McDaniel when he was with heading up Coosa Valley Tech at the time. We had a system up at the North Rome area, Fox Manufacturing. They had an incubator system up there that was put in place, and I'd like for you, Greg, if you would talk about it, because we talked about it at that meeting.
I will. I think some of you may be aware that we operated a business incubator at the old Fox Manufacturing Company. We were able to get some Appalachian Regional Commission money, and we were able to start off a lot of small businesses, put together a very strong advisory committee, and provided financial oversight, helping people get a business plan done. I think the model that we had up there would play very well for what Andy and her team are trying to do down on Broad Street. They don't have nearly the space down there. One of the things that Commissioner Collins and I talked about, and Bill and I, we fuss at each other and go back and forth all the time, but we have never had a model in place for minority businesses and entrepreneurs. And whatever model Andy and her people come up with there, I think it would be a great vehicle for us to partner maybe with two college and career academies and people who have ideas to also bring in the Small Business Development Center, teach people how to operate a business and all of the tools that you need to do that. And I think the city made a very wise move in buying that building. Broad Street is almost iconic now. Everybody wants to be down there, but a lot of people that go down there don't know how to run a business. We see that with a lot of startups. I just hope we can do a better job. And Bill and I have talked about involving resources for some of our minority business owners. It really came to light when we had the recovery money that came into the community, and a lot of the small minority-owned small businesses did not qualify because they didn't have good financial records in place. And it was almost like they were penalized because they didn't get a good foundation in their business. So I hope, and I know that we can do a much better job there.
I would just tell you, Madam Chair, that myself and Commissioner Quick and Craig serve on that community development. And I was sharing with staff that really community development is like a heartbeat of the city of Rome. It has everything to do with the community in which we try to enrich and help. And they stand and sitting really in the catbird seat to make all of this happen. I'm appreciative of staff and how they give them the tools, and you commissioners give them the tools to do the job that they do. As you hear Commissioner McDaniel talk about how me and him, we argue and fuss a lot, several, but he can rest assured there's no hard feelings between us no matter what. We love each other, but we are dedicated to working hard for this here city. It's going to be ups and downs among you commissioners. Jamie and I, we went through some real tough times. But I can tell you, this job don't pay a whole lot, but it's well worth it for the time that you put involved. And if your goal is to make this city an even better place to live and play and work, that's the goal of which me and this man always gonna do and be about.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner McDaniel.
Northwest Georgia Regional Commission will meet on Thursday, February 17th at 11 a.m. in the Rome Civic Center. Rome Floyd Parks and Recreation, I'm on I think the strategic plan, or the capital committee. I think they've got 3 committees, and so we're going to have sessions on Tuesday, February the 15th, which is tomorrow. They are going through a strategic plan, and based on some of the conversations that we've had lately, there seems to be a willingness for the city to do something different in what we've done with Parks and Rec. And I hope, and they have asked us to let them know as quickly as possible what it is we want to do differently. And so I hope when we have our retreat, we could spend some time at the retreat, maybe hammering out a plan in terms of what we would like to do different. The big challenge is we will have to put money into it. There'll have to be some capital investment, and then there'll have to be some operations money. And as a resident of the city, I think we shortchange the residents of the city when it comes to parks and rec. I think recreation is one thing, but our community parks, supervised, well-lighted, well-maintained parks, I think is a quality of life issue. We talk about live, work, and play, and what I have found, we do a good job for certain aspects of the community in certain places, but it's not throughout the city of Rome, and I think we are challenged to do a much better job there. So I'm going to, I've always got opinions, and I will share my opinions at the meeting tomorrow, but I hope that the Rome City Commission will take the time to find out, number one, what we're doing, and then what we can do better, and to what extent we're willing to spend some money on doing something different. Because it's, we do a great job with trails, we tennis center, paddleball courts, but our young people that live in the communities, it's almost like it's an oversight, and I hope we can look at that differently. That's all I have, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. That's a good point. And I think that that's something that we could probably plan where we can engage our youth when we're talking about what they would like to see in our parks. And, I thank each of you all, for what you all do. And I honestly believe that we all have a heart for the city, and we want our city to be the best that it could be. I'm blessed to work with you all, and I appreciate you all. With that, happy Valentine's Day.
Madam Mayor.
Excuse me, yes, sir.
Point of personal privilege, if you don't mind.
I almost hit it. Okay.
Almost 40 years ago, I served on this commission as a new member. Some 41 years ago, I married a young lady from Decatur, Georgia, and I could not serve this community or to do the things that I do without her support. And I would like to wish my wife a happy anniversary on this Valentine's Day, because we were married February 14th, 1981, and without her, I would not be here. Thank you.
There we go.
Happy anniversary. But she was robbed in my eyes. You don't get married on holidays, you get cheated. We're adjourned.